The Indiana Fever are coming off an impressive weekend win. They beat the Chicago Sky by 27 points at the United Center, and they did it without Caitlin Clark and without head coach Stephanie White, who was out for personal reasons. At practice on Monday, we saw both White and Clark.
I'm doing all right. It's helpful that we have such a great group that was pouring into me and helping give me strength. And I've said it all along, like, we've got 3 head coaches on our staff, and so knowing that they continue to step up and do great things gives me comfort. Our family's working through a hard time right now, and no matter what, I'm going to be where my feet are, but I'm really thankful for this group.
I know you talked to Austin a lot when he came in. Just what did you think of him, being acting head coach and his performance on Saturday?
I thought he was great. I mean, it's not a surprise. And, when you look at Austin and you look at Bree, both of them are ready to be head coaches in this league, and we're very fortunate that we have them on our staff. And, I thought his poise, his communication, it's always been very, very clear. We're all aligned on on the way we see the game, on points of emphasis, and I was really proud. I was really proud of him. I was really proud of them and the way that they continue to pour into each other and help one another.
Yeah, Aaliyah said post game that it seems like you and Austin kind of morphed into one coach in person. Just how does that help with continuity, like when you have to be on?
It helps a lot, and I give all that credit to Lynn Dunn. Because when I was here as an assistant coach, Lynn Dunn poured into me to prepare me to be ready when it was my turn, and it was like we were one coach, and she taught me how to be a coach that empowers and prepares other coaches to be head coaches, and so I owe that to her. And I feel like part of our job as coaches in this league is to prepare the next generation of head coaches. And, you can't do that unless you give them the freedom to do what they do best and empower them to do what they do best. And, Austin's ready, Bree's ready, they both are. And they've grown, they've learned, they've taken advantage of their opportunities. And it's not a hesitation at all that if I can't be here, they're ready.
Talk about the coaches being ready. About Caitlin, should they be ready for it?
Oh, not for tomorrow, no. I think for us, it's we've got to work both her and Sophie back into, are they in basketball condition? What does it mean to go live? It's one thing to do some shooting drills. It's another thing to get out there on the floor, get back into movement patterns, rhythm, timing. And so that's what part of, picking and choosing the things that they can be in practice so that we can see their progression. And both of them being out for long periods of time, you got to work your way back into being game ready.
I know Caitlin was supposed to be reevaluated this weekend. Was she cleared to return to basketball activity?
I don't know if cleared's the right word. I mean, we're ready to start ramping back up and make sure, it's completely different when you're just doing one-on-one workouts and when you're out there in 5-on-5, getting up and down the floor, moving laterally. So she's been allowed to do some practicing, not everything. And we're gonna be smart and we're gonna be cautious and we're gonna play the long game and work her back in very intentionally.
And Sophie too, she was limited on Friday. And what has she been able to progress?
Yeah, she was a little limited today. Again, it's seeing how they do in certain drills and certain actions. Getting them back into game condition. Again, this is an injury that she's aggravated a few times now this season. So making sure we're playing the long game and doing it the right way.
For this team, you guys getting a couple of wins last week. How important was that to get that momentum and kind of get your groove back a little bit heading into these couple of tough games this week?
It's good. I mean, there's been a lot of change, with players in and out and playing different positions, and I feel like our team has grown through that. I thought we did some really great things over these last couple of games in terms of execution, point of attack, offensively and defensively. It's a long season. We're continuing to grow. We're continuing to improve. We're continuing to come together. And when we do get those 2 back, there's going to be another transition, working them back into it. So I'm proud of this group. I'm proud of how they come in and work every day and our continued growth throughout the course of the season. But yeah, those were important wins for us.
And I guess just having Caitlin and Sophie back in practice, how has it been having them?
Yeah, it's great. I think them coming back today and being able to go through a practice, get workouts in, I think it's just been really great because we're finally putting the puzzle pieces back together of how we were when we started.
With Steph coming back too, just how can you assess Austin's couple days as acting head coach?
Yeah, I think AK did a great job as active head coach, and I think Steph coming back once again Grateful that she's back with us, and I think for us it's just keeping the main thing, and that's coming in and make sure that we're ready for Atlanta, which we did today.
How important was it getting a couple of wins last week to kind of get back on that winning track and kind of build a little bit of momentum going into these couple of tough games this week?
Yeah, it was great. You never want to drop a game, and so we dropped 2, especially right after C got hurt. And so for us, once again, it's continuing to find us playing without her, and I'm glad that she was back in practice today, so we get that feeling.
With it being Commissioner's Cup too, does that just add something?
Oh, all the time. It's another cup game, so we have to make sure that we're ready because we're playing not just for ourselves, but for someone else.
Playing the Dream for the 3rd time already this season. How do you
fun.
use that familiarity as an advantage?
I mean, you use it to an advantage because you know exactly how they're going to play, but it's also, we played against each other twice already going into 3rd. So, I mean, you kind of just have to be ready for small tweaks and just making sure that we're ready to guard them all over.
So let's get you up to speed. The Fever are 4-4 on the season. They hit the road in Atlanta tomorrow night before they're back at Gainbridge Fieldhouse to take on the reigning WNBA champs, the New York Liberty, on Saturday. At the Fieldhouse, Samantha Johnson, 13 News.